In order to embark on the spiritual path, one has to live a life of total detachment to the entire worldly offerings. The spiritual path or the spiritual journey begins only when you are detached to the worldly transactions. Unless and until you are truly detached, your journey doesn't begin. But when I say that an ideal student is completely detached to the worldly affairs so that he embarks on the transcendental pursuit, the pursuit of the self. Since none of us are ideal, to the extent you are detached, to that extent you have embarked on your spiritual journey. So you must be detached to the marriage. You may be married the best person out there, not necessary that you're having any hiccups to marriage. Therefore, you consider, yes, sir, I am also thinking I must be a little detached to my family and my marriage because too much of nuisance, my family. No, not because your family is a nuisance or nonsense, you must be detached. They could be the best soul on earth. You could be married to the best person out there, yet you must be detached to your family. You must be detached to your business, detached to your money, detached to your parents, detached to your family, detached to the politics, detached to your country, detached to everything that the world can throw at you. You must be disinterested in it. Can you truly tell yourself, yes, sir, I am not interested in my family or money, nor business, nor parents, nor family, nor politics, nor whatever. I am not interested. That is when you will seek the higher truth. Now, when you have, this is relative and absolute. Now, I'm giving an ideal scenario. To the extent you have detached to that extent, you embark on the higher. Now, what attachment does? Attachment, in fact, if you ask me what is an impediment to spiritual path, I couldn't see anything beyond attachment, to be frank. If there's anything more, I'm sure there's a lot more to it. Please share. But I could see primarily the most fundamental impediment to a spiritual path is attachment. And attachment, as you know, is not a physical relationship, is not determined by your physical position. It's not your physical status. It is determined by your mental bondage. It is your mental binding you have to certain objects or beings. So if you're mentally bound, then you are set to be attached. And that primarily is the fundamental impediment. So what attachment does, I've defined attachment. Attachment is a mental bondage. Now what attachment does is it blinds you. When you are attached to something, you cannot and do not see anything beyond that you're attached. It blinds you. You can't see anything else. So you are blindfolding yourself. And any attachment limits you. You don't have that freedom. You don't have the capacity to go beyond it. So attachment binds you. Attachment blinds you. Attachment limits you. Three things. So attachment, only when you're detached to the world, then your spiritual journey begins. Spiritual journey is the pursuit of the higher. Now, what the law says, as you seek the higher, When you seek the higher, the lower comes to you. This is the law of life. You can't change it. I can't change it. You follow it, you will see it. I follow it, I will see it. The moment you are disinterested in the lower, the moment you start seeking the higher, the lower automatically is added on to you. The lower comes to you. Why does it come to you? Because you're not seeking it. You experience this in life. The more you want something from someone, the more you want money or name or love or respect or recognition, it doesn't come to you. You keep running, you keep chasing, you keep pursuing, but you lose it. That is the law of the world. That is the law of life. But the moment you turn your back to it, the moment you are disinterested in it and seek the higher, automatically it comes to you. So what I'm saying is the law is the moment you seek the higher, the lower comes to you. There's a saying, materiality is a byproduct of spirituality. Byproduct, na scrap, father. When you're manufacturing something, scrap comes. Useless. Scrap is usually thrown out. Means it has no original value of the manufactured product. So the entire world is running behind scrap. Picking up garbage. A real seeker will not be interested in the byproduct. Experiences. When you seek the higher, the lower comes to you. Now, what is the lower? All that I mentioned. You get the perks, you get name, you get fame, you get power, you get love, you get respect, you get students, you get following, you will get an ashram, you will get everything will come. But then what should be your attitude to that which comes to you? You must remain disinterested. You must not be interested in the name or fame or the love or respect or devotion or anything that is laid in front of you. You must not be interested in it. All that comes to you is a byproduct. You have left it behind and you're seeking the higher. But when you seek the higher, the lower comes to you. When it comes to you, you must remain disinterested. The higher you go, the greater will be the temptation. I'm just reminding of the Kshira Sagara Shayana. The gods and the goddesses, they were churning the Milky Ocean. And they were churning the Milky Ocean to get what? They were seeking Amruta. They were seeking immortality. But the first thing that comes in the spirit, in the churning is, first comes the poison. And they had to go to seek someone who can receive the poison. And then there was that a man of self-control was Lord Shiva, and he consumed it. And what did he do? Not that he did not consume, not that he swallowed. He left it in his esophagus. Neelakanta he became. There's a middle path. The next question we'll take. The middle path is the esophagus. Not that you don't taste it. There's no taste of anything before the tongue or after it passes the tongue. So you consumed it and not swallowed it. It's either not eating or eating and consuming. So he had it and held it in between. That is the middle path. So when you pursue the spiritual path, the first thing is poison. It is poisonous to renounce the world. It's poisonous to renounce your family. It's poisonous to renounce the attachments. It is poisonous to give up the worldly pleasures and joys. To say, I'm not interested in it. It is poisonous. It's painful. It requires a lot of strength and conviction because you have not tasted the higher and yet you are told to renounce the lower. You are in no man's land. neither this nor that. But you must have faith that, yes, I will get there. So any giving up, any sacrifice is poisonous. And the moment the first phase goes, then comes all the perks. Kamadhenu came, Airavata, the glorious elephant, and many, many gifts, the flying horse. They were money, wealth in the form of Kamadhenu, fulfill of desires, damsels, women, everything, all that you can think of, all the perks came. Only the Rakshasas fell for it. The Devas said, hold on, let's not fall for this. We are interested in Amrita. So you must be detached to all that comes when you seek the self. Moving on, you must be detached to the spiritual parts. You have taken to the spiritual path. You have taken to the three yogas, that is the karma, bhakti, jnana. Why have you taken up to the three parts? You have taken to the three parts because you want to get to the self. You are doing karma, bhakti, jnanam. For what are you doing karma, bhakti, jnanam? I want to get to the self. So this is the highway, the pathway that takes me there. So having got to the path, people have 99.9%, and now let me be very, very clear. 99% of people who have got to the spiritual path are attached to the path itself. Very, very rare, rest of rare indeed are those who are detached to the path. That's the reason in the Ishavasya Upanishad. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, the 9th mantra, he glorifies this message. Andham tamah pravishanti ye vidyam upasate tato bhuya ivate tamoya uvidhyaya gurataha. Go back to the 9th mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad. Andham tamah pravishanti ye vidyam upasate. If those who worship avidya, which is ignorance, he says, they are in darkness. Tato bhuya ivate tamoya uvidhyaya gurataha. Those who revel in vidya, knowledge, are in greater darkness. You have a chance, you have a respite if you are attached to the world. You're only in groping in darkness. You are attached to the spiritual world, you are in greater darkness. Why is it greater darkness? Because there's greater joy in the spiritual field than in the material field. So you will get attached. Invariably, you will get attached. So the biggest thing that you must be cautious is, don't develop an attachment to the activity itself. The karma, the bhakti, the jnanam. That's an impediment. And lastly, you must not develop an attachment to your guru. The guru who's helping you to evolve, you must ultimately be detached to the guru itself. Because one of the important thorns in your journey is your guru itself. You must remove the thorn out of flesh. Remove it and throw it out. He has helped me to come to this point. I can't take him along with me to cross that point. I got to leave him behind and move on. Oh, yes, sir. Thank you very much. I've been thinking that I need to get rid of some gurus. So this is the chance I've got. This is the time, sir. Now, time has come, right? I need to get rid of, and I'll start implementing in the right place. So please pardon me if you feel my absence, because I have reached that state where I have to renounce my guru. Not that I am claiming myself to be a guru, but if you consider me as your guru, thank you, sir. I've got rid of it. You are being really a thorn in my spiritual journey. So, what is the impediment to your spiritual path is attachment. I'll quickly sum up. Attachment binds you, blinds you, limits you. Your spiritual journey, point one. Point two, spiritual journey only begins when you have developed a detachment to the world, relative and absolute. When you have renounced the world and pursued the higher, the lower comes to you. When the lower perks, the lower, all that is lower comes, the higher echelons of perfection. As you reach the higher echelon, all the lower is added on to you. But as you keep growing higher, you must remain disinterested in the lower. No, neti, not that, not that. I'm in this, not for this. So you keep saying no, 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 keep rejecting it. And as you keep evolving, you may find so much charm in the path of the karma bhakti jnanam that you may develop an attachment to the path itself. Those of you who are meditating have developed a tremendous attachment to meditation. If anybody says anything, oh, you're wrong, you pounce at me because you're attached to it. What have you got to do with either meditation or no meditation? Whether karma or jnanam, what does it matter? You must be detached to it. You must be detached to your guru. You must be detached to everything that comes in your way, because you must use them only as a means to come to an end. Only when you use it as a means to an end, then this association will lead you to the higher. So attachment is when you are looking at it as an end in itself. So karma, bhakti, jnanam, the path is not an end in itself. The guru also has come as a means to an end. Everything in your life has come as a means to an end, isn't it? Has family not come your way as a means to an end? Is family the end of everything in your life? A long list came for my approval. What list? List of menu card for the retreat: breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea time, arrival time, post time, this time, that time, long list. And Guruji, please approve. Is it okay to go ahead? And they were some in the department that was handling it, headed by, you know who is heading that department. Needless to mention that a clarification came to me. Guruji, is it okay if you feel we should have a light supper, a light dinner? Is it okay for you, Guruji? I didn't respond for one day. And this Brahma Muhurtam, I said, Hari Om, any day lighter is better. That was my reply. Are we going to the resort only to eat? That was that when I saw that menu card, it looks like the schedule has to be replaced with this in the schedule. Arrival, one snack, before lunch, one snack, after lunch, one snack, tea time, one snack, dinner time, one snack. What is going on? No, I don't blame anybody. I'm just saying so much came our way and they have been very generous to give you the best of things. But we understand that food or prasadam should only be a means to our end. We need to eat to survive so that we can carry on. But we are not going there just to indulge, man. That should not be the purpose. Oh, yes, sir, we are going to indulge in other senses, not tongue. We want to see and breathe fresh air. Let's indulge the fresh air. No, we're not going to indulge in any senses. Oh, it's beautiful, pristine setting, sir. We'll indulge elsewhere. Nothing doing. Don't indulge in sight or sound or smell or taste or touch or emotion or intellect. You are going there to uplift yourself spiritually. If not one sense, you'll indulge in something else. If not something else, you'll indulge in something else. You must be clear. Everything I'm doing is only as a means to an end. That's all. Then you will have no hiccups. You will use everything because everything is useful in your journey. You'll use it, but you'll use it and get rid of it when you need to get rid of it. Otherwise, everything you do can become an impediment if you don't have this attitude. So it's not a long list of things that as an impediment, is how you relate to the long list of things in your life that makes an impediment. Oh, list of impediments of spiritual path. Oh, there's a long list, sir. No, long list, only one list. List is attachment, is how you relate to everything. It's not what all the impediments. The main impediment is your wrong relationship. If you relate to it well, everything helps in your journey. If you don't relate with well, everything can become an impediment in your journey. Your guru can become, your paths that you adopt can become, all that the path gives you can become. The goal also can become an impediment. Anxiety to sleep, you can't sleep. Oh, I'm tossing in the bed. Why? I want to sleep, so tired. But what is keeping you awake? Anxiety to sleep. You must be detached to sleep, to sleep. So, my dear spiritual seekers, be mindful. This is the impediment to your spiritual path. So you will have to narrow in these thoughts to actually find out what is it that you're attached to right now, and ensure you start using it as a means to an end. End of the day doesn't matter. Oh, my guru is the best. My ashram is the best. My guru's interpretation is the best. How does it matter? You mean to say nothing existed before your guru was born? Huh? Yendaro Mahanubhavalu. Andariki na vandanam. So many gurus have come. My fellow is just one insignificant fellow in the list of all Mahagurus. So why should I grade and rate my guru as the best? Is that not my fanatic attachment? I see that blatantly people keep glorifying one guru as their guru and the best guru. Come on, man. Don't be childish. It's like you gloating at your child or grandchild and say, oh, my child is the best. My grandchild is the best. So cute, so smart, so, oh, touch wood, all is well with him. Even though they are abroad, they are living there, they are the best. Don't be childishly glorifying your attachment, man. A true guru sees your childishness in your excitement. Pass. Even if your problems or woes, also he sees your childishness. As if you're only fellow has a problem. You know, yesterday a message came to me. I shared with a couple of people. Rajima, did I not share with you? What did that message say?
Guruji, it was about this person who had everything in 33 buildings, and in 17 seconds, the entire thing came crashing down. And he's a person who's now surviving on bread and trying to find a shelter in Turkey. The earthquake hit him. He had everything with money, fame, name, everything, but it all just came crashing down.
He was a proud owner of 33 buildings or 33 properties. It's not a number. A man who was so successful, in 17 seconds, everything crashed. All his life's achievements, savings, belongings, his edifice collapsed in 17 seconds, and he is now surviving on the mercy of charity and help with just, if he gets butter, a loaf of bread with some butter on it, it is amrutam for him. What are your problems? You have some problem? What is that compared to that man's problem? That may be nothing when you look at others' problem. Reddy Garu sent me a message yesterday. 17-year-old kids committed suicide yesterday. Few students committed suicide because they didn't cope well in exams. Imagine your child or grandchild is one of them. What could be the loss? Will you be sitting and listening to this satsang now? And yet you believe you have a problem to complain about, and yet compare yourself with those who are having such problems, who have to deal with that reality of their child or grandchild being no more. Means to an end. Don't take anything in life as an end in itself. It will limit you. Following, Sai?
Yes, Guruji.
So it is essential to have that approach to life. Got it?
Yes, Guruji.
Great.